Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wingcat Sports. Today is our Lions pregame, Lions versus Falcons. This should be a pretty interesting game given the Lions losing to the Seahawks last week and the injuries we have going into this week.
Yep, it's a home game. I don't think they can lose this game. I really think if Seattle was not a must game, this one is. I really think they need to win, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be a difficult game, much more difficult than people think, or at least thought before the Seattle game. I think everyone chucked this down as a win before the Seattle game, but I think our eyes are open now, and I'm expecting a tough game.
Yeah, the Falcons currently have two injuries. They're also 2-0. They have two injuries going into this game. Both are questionable. Jeff Okuda and Troy Anderson are both questionable coming into this game. The Lions, they have a lot of injuries going on currently from the information I currently have earlier in the week. Taylor Decker, I think he should be good to go this week. From what I hear, he has made progress. So he might be back this week. Emmanuel Mosley, still haven't heard much on that. I don't think he'll play. James Houston, he's going to be out for a while. David Montgomery may or may not be playing. We will know more later on in the week. And Vaitai, I believe, will be probably out this game. From what I know,
we're hurting right now, so that's another big reason why this is not a sure thing. But I really think they need this. We can't lose the first two games at home. That would be really difficult.
Yeah, they need to show up this week. They are also still favorites this week. They have a 55% chance of winning the game.
That's nothing.
But that means nothing analytically wise, right? Betting favorites, it is what it is. If they win, it will be good. But you are versing a very good team. You will need to figure out how to stop Bijan.
Right. He got like 19 rushes for 124 yards last week, and he was pretty much unstoppable. He's second leading rusher in the league right now, so he's not wasting any time impacting. Makes you kind of wonder, why we didn't draft him if he might be better than Gibbs, but that's a question for the end of the season. I think we didn't need a whole season to evaluate that.
Last game, Bijan had 19 carries for 124 yards.
Right.
And then Desmond Riddler, right? Are you going to be able to stop him?
He's mobile too.
He went 19 for 32 with 237 yards last game, a touchdown and an interception. He also did run for 40 yards.
Right. He may not be Geno Smith or Patrick Mahomes, but he's somebody who, when he needs to get the yards, he will with his feet.
Yeah.
They're starting to use Drake London too. He had a good game last game, but they're primarily a run team. And we got to stop it. We got to do what we can. Hopefully, Aaron Glenn will get this team ready. And
another thing that they're talking about a lot and still leading on the defense was the Lions' lack of ability to stop a tight end against the Seahawks, and you are facing Kyle Pitts. So that is
right.
He very
capable. A lot of
tight
work
end
last game, but he might this game.
He might very well might, depending on what the schemes are. This could not be a good game for the Lions.
I just gotta hope, like I said, like Dan Campbell was saying, this is a piece of humble pie for them and a wake up call. And let's hope they wake up. I think they're perfectly capable. Like we saw last year, they had several games where the defense just didn't even bother to show up.
Yeah.
A lot like on Sunday. So I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's not that I don't think they're capable of playing a really good game. But I just don't know where they're going to get the pass rush from. They're double and triple teaming, Aiden Hutchinson because they don't fear anybody else on that line.
And we'll see exactly which way the calls go. As people have called out all year, Hutchinson being held repeatedly. Whether or not it's major or not, we will see. You have to be able to work around that stuff.
Yep.
And that's the problems with what we have dealt with so far this season. Everyone always has bad games with the refs. Every team does. I know people say it seems like the Lions get the most of it, but as a home fan, you're always going to say that. But it is going to be interesting. I have a bad feeling, though, about this week. I don't know if the Lions are going to win this week.
I do, too. I'm going to try to stay positive and say 28-24 Lions.
I'm actually going to say the Falcons are going to win this week. They're going to beat them by a touchdown. I'll go 35-28.
Wow. Wow.
I feel like
I
it,
hope.
and it
I
might
think
be
it's.
worse than that. I feel this is going to be Carolina from last year. I feel like
uh,
Bijan's going to
I
run all over us. We're not going to be able to stop the run, and we're just going to lose this
that's
game.
that is
Currently, that's how I am feeling. I
that,
don't think we're going to win this game with my current feelings of what's going on.
and I think you have a legitimate reason to feel that way. I hope not. I think everybody's a little tentative now. We've had our, like I said, we've had our wake up call, and we know this team is not with the elite yet. Could they be? Maybe. But right now, they're smack dab with 6 or 7 other teams in the NFC that are all about the same
Yeah.
and fighting for those final 3 playoff spots that we know probably are going to 49ers, Philly, and Dallas. Uh, and then you got 4 more playoff spots to fight amongst 6 or 7 teams that
Nope.
are right there, all about the same.
So yeah, you are going to be potentially fighting for the wild card. I don't know. This division is going to be interesting, as we talked about in the division video this week.
Right. I
Through
mean,
where the
we
playoffs go, but
certainly, I'm not sure. I do not think 9 wins can win this division. And that's what a lot of people are saying now. I will be very disappointed if this team is 9-8. Even
yeah,
if they win the division, I'll be disappointed.
they should win. They have the capability to win more. As we're getting a little bit off topic because we're supposed to
Right.
stay on this week, but they have the ability. I just don't know if this week is going to be the week. I think that they're going to get smacked again a little bit more into reality. We'll have a 1-2 start, and then maybe we can bounce back after that, depending on how this game goes. If it's a close game, I don't see why you can't bounce back, but I think Atlanta is going to beat you this time at home, and you're going to go 0-2 to start the year at home.
Well, like I said, it's hard to get in shootouts every week, and it's hard to ask Jared Goff to score 35 to 42 points to win games every week. And like you said, I don't think Atlanta's a super high scoring team, but Green Bay's got a pretty darn good off defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a good defense. Green Bay, and they, you know, scored 25 points on them. So I don't think our defense is as good as Green Bay's.
No,
Not yet.
no,
I
not.
think
I think Green Bay probably has the best defense in our division. And then we have probably the best offense in our division. But if we have to put up 35 to 40 points a game just
right.
to win games, that's not going to be good. You
Yeah,
cannot
that's not
win
a good
doing that.
formula for success.
And that's why I don't think you're going to be able to stop the run this week. And I don't think you're going to be able to keep up, especially if Montgomery's going to be iffy, right? If they don't give Gibbs the workload to equivalent to what Montgomery was doing. And besides those two, you're going off of Craig Reynolds in the backfield, which he's not going to be that amazing because he's your third string guy. And
He's had some pretty good games for us. He might be able to pull one out of his butt, to have a really good game. I'm not totally familiar with how good Atlanta's defense is. Are they ranked pretty good, or
they weren't expected to be good this year. Both games Atlanta has played this year, they have given up. They gave up 10 to the Panthers and 24 to Green Bay.
that's not bad?
So they haven't been doing too
But
bad.
the Panthers got their rookie quarterback, so I'm not going to judge that.
And you got Jordan Love with the Packers, who hasn't looked terrible, but like I said, I just have the feeling that this week might be a smack in the face again, and then you're gonna get all the hate again towards our team.
Let's hope not.
But I do think it'll be a game at least, and it's gonna be close.
You know what? I don't blame the fans. You spent the whole summer pumping them up, and if we go 1-2 against Atlanta, you deserve all the criticism. You deserve all the anger. The pundits do too, for presenting a false, uh, you know, storyline for these guys. This is not. This is still a team that is in the. I wouldn't say rebuild stage, because they're in the right trajectory. They're going in the right direction, but they are not an elite team yet. They are not a team that's a Super Bowl contender yet.
And I think the biggest thing for this game against Atlanta is going to be defense. I don't think they're going to have problems putting points up on Atlanta at all. I think you're going to at least get 4 touchdowns, maybe more.
Right.
But the problem is, are you going to be able to stop the run, right? And are you going to improve on your pass rush at all? With basically Hutchinson being the only guy they got to worry about on our line. It's not going to be easy to rush Desmond Ridder. He's probably going to have a decent amount of time in that backfield, and you are going to likely struggle.
And he's going to take off. If he could get 40 yards on Green Bay, he probably could get twice that much on us. So I'm just thinking that's the goal. Try to contain Ridder, try to keep him in the pocket, and try to contain Bijan Robinson. Because those are basically their two biggest weapons, their feet. Make him throw the ball, and just hope for the best.
Yeah. There's not much else we can say on that, right? The defense is going to be the main thing.
Right.
But like I said, wrapping it all up, I don't think they're going to win this one. It's going to be close, but I'm going to say they're going to lose. You say they're going to win barely.
I'm going to just stay positive. I'll say 27-24.
And like I said, I'm going to say 35-28 Atlanta.
Come on.
And it's going to be another week of us dealing with everybody panicking and having fun with that. But with that being said, right, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, share the video. Until next time, I hope to see everybody soon.